Hi, I'm David Partika, and I created CSS Burner as a rapid optimization tool for CSS. Today, I want to show you about a new function that I've created within the statistical analysis menu, and this is for using mean, median, mode, and range data to help you further gain insight into your style sheets. And I've already pasted a roughly 1 MB long style sheet into the text area. So let's choose now from our slightly revamped menu. Let's choose a declaration block as our focus, our data category. And now let's pick, and this is just going to be, you need to have a login for this type of analysis, which is going to be added to CSS Burner very soon. So we select mean, median, mode, range, and we want declarations per declaration block. And let's analyze this, and then I'll explain what exactly this means, at least my interpretation. So, okay. So we have here a series of 5 bar graphs, which include the mean, median, mode, and the range in the form of min and max. And so what is this referring to? It's referring to the number of declarations or property value pairs that are within the curly braces or each declaration block. And these are going to be mean or median values, mode, or the range of values. And the whole point of this analysis is to give you an idea of how you write your style sheets, in that if you have very few declarations per declaration block, that means like you have a lot of display none or display block, rules within your braces. That's a very inefficient way to write a style sheet. Ideally, what you can do is, with high specificity, you can target you can have one selector and many declarations that are applicable to that one selector, so that you don't have to write over and over again different selectors for which different declarations will target. So the ideal scenario for a shorter or a minimized style sheet is that you have a large number of declarations in the block which are targeting, or all applicable, I should say, to a selector. And this means that you didn't have to now come up with all sorts of wild, selectors just to target different, pieces of your application and style them. So let's look at this data here, and we see that it all tells us something a little different. On average, 2.072 declarations were within each declaration block, so essentially 2. So that means this style sheet was possibly very inefficiently written. I mean, it was a megabyte, and you wonder, was it a megabyte out of necessity, or because it was maybe written with some level of negligence? Because that means there are a lot of rules that are, things like, selector, color red, display none, or display block, or something like that, scattered throughout the style sheet. And it's hard to believe that you couldn't write something where you could target the selectors more specifically, and have many declarations applicable to these selectors. So to me, this would be a prime candidate for a style sheet that could be condensed much further. So we see the median is 1. So again, what this tells me, if the median is 1, then, and especially if combined with the mode of 1 declaration, most often the style sheet consists of 1 property value pair within the curly braces. So of all the set of all the declaration blocks, typically there's just going to be 1 declaration, they're like color blue, and that's it. And so it seems like this was an inefficiently written style sheet. But we see that there was some consideration given to this, or some targeting, because the maximum value is 30 declarations in one block. So, perhaps there was some thought given to this about combining as many declarations as possible into blocks and targeting selectors, but typically it doesn't seem like this was efficiently done. So that's what this data tells me, and this is what this data can tell you. Again, you need to have a login to access this analysis type, but that will be coming in the near future. So if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to Optimize CSS channel, please do so, and I will have more videos in the near future.